What's going on, Jets fans? Appreciate you stopping in. I think the New York Jets may have found a couple of death squad lineups on offense and defense, respectively. First, starting off on the defensive front. This is per Zach Rosenblatt on Twitter. When the following three gentlemen have been on the field at the same time, that is Quinnen Williams, Carl Lawson, and Bryce Huff. A limited sample size, only 19 snaps on the year. But within those 19 snaps, there have been 15 pressures, 6 quarterback hits, and 3 sacks over the last 2 games. In other words, the other offensive line can't do anything with them. Now, for me, big third downs, that's who I want to roll with. And I also want to throw JFM out there, but kick him inside. No news there. So now you have Huff and Lawson on the edges, and you have Quinnen and JFM inside. JFM had a big boy game bullying the Miami Dolphins right tackle all day long. Quinnen Williams looking like an all-pro on the defensive interior. Carl Lawson, the pressures, the quarterback hits, relentless, even though he may not stuff the sheet with gaudy sack numbers. And that leads me to Bryce Huff. Let me know in the comments below. Am I just crazy? Am I overrating Bryce Huff? I don't know what to do. Every time the dude is out there on the field, he's living in the backfield. And this isn't complaining about the Jets' defensive line rotation because they made an adjustment against Miami. They played Quinnen and JFM well over 70% of the snaps. Kudos to them. But man, can we get some more Bryce Huff? It just seems like he's always making plays. I know maybe he'll never be as good enough against a run to be a full-time starter, but I like to see him on the field more and more each week until it stops working. Right now it's working. That is the death squad lineup on the defensive side of the football. Now, offensively, I don't have advanced numbers on this, but I have my eyeballs, and I am really liking the split back shotgun formation with Breece Hall and Michael Carter on either side of Zach Wilson. This was the formation that the wheel route on the broken coverage by Miami led to that 70-plus yard pass play to Breece Hall. And Zach Wilson also had another one of his bigger completions of the day to Corey Davis out of that same formation. I just think this is going to be a nightmare for defenses because you're making the defense account for every single blade of grass. There could be a run this way. There could be a run that way. And that RPO, that play action is going to suck in those linebackers and really open up the middle of the field. And that's where Zach Wilson is most deadly. The middle of the field, 8 to 20 yards. That's where Zach is at his best. And that's where Corey Davis and Tyler Conklin like to live. Garrett Wilson out of the slot. You love to see it. And how about Michael Carter? Laying the wood. Michael Carter as a lead blocker has looked pretty good. And then eventually you're going to get a little fake run and Zach Wilson's going to tuck it and run. You don't want to see a ton of design runs for Zach, but big third, fourth down, short yardage. You'll see it there. And then you'll see some fakes and some screens. I just think when I watch other offenses, successful offenses around the league, like Kansas City and even San Francisco with their, at times, limited quarterback play, they're just able to keep the defense on edge and dictate the pace and the personnel of the game. And that, to me, is going to be that death squad lineup on offense for the New York Jets. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll talk ball soon.